Hi guys, Tori here today with a Project Life Process video, and I am using this 9 4x4 squares Project Life page, and I'm actually going to cut it down and take off one row of those. One column? What do you call that when it's that way? Whatever, I'm taking off one side so that it's just going to be 6 4x4 squares. And the reason I did that is because I had only 3 photos that I wanted to use, and I just felt like it would look nicer if it was 2 columns of 3 instead of the whole sheet. And I really love the way this layout turns out. It's super simple, but it's super pretty in my mind. So these are my parents. Aren't they adorable? You can't really see them right now because the thing's on top of them, but you'll see them in a minute. And I went out for breakfast at Cora's with my parents, and they were so sweet. I was taking photos of them, and in most of the photos, my dad was goofy, and my mom was like giving him a look like, "Why are you being so goofy?" And then there's like one when they're like actually smiling and look really nice. And I just really wanted to scrapbook these photos just because I thought these pictures kind of like sum up who they are and their relationship, and yeah, I just really wanted to share them. So the way that I started this layout was cutting out 3 yellow 4x4 papers, and then 3 of these like white with light polka dots. And I thought it would be kind of fun to layer them on top. So my dad's shirt is yellow, so I wanted to add a little bit of yellow onto the layout, but I didn't want it to be like too overwhelming. So that's why I grabbed this white with pink polka dots paper too. And a really sweet subscriber sent me this border punch, and I love border punches, but I never buy them because they're expensive. So it was like such a treat that I wanted to use it really bad. So I decided to use it on this layout and maybe give you guys an idea of how you could use your border punches too, because I know sometimes we buy them and then they kind of stick on the wall or wherever we put them, and then we never use them. So here's my idea. So what I did was I cut out 4x4 cards, and then I used the border punch around all 4 sides and kind of created this like scallopy square. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that on top of the yellow paper so that you just get that little tiny peek through of the yellow. But then you get this super cute, like almost like a placemat almost on top of it. And that's where I'm going to do some journaling and stamping. And I wanted to do a lot of journaling on this layout because I wanted to journal about my parents and stuff. So I needed a paper that I could write on and that would look nice with writing on top of it. And this white paper with the light pink polka dots I felt like was a subtle enough pattern that I could do journaling on top of it. So, hopefully that makes sense what I'm going for here. So you can kind of see how I'm laying them on top now, and then I'm going to glue them down. So basically the idea was to have 3 photos which look very similar, like I mean it's the same people just making different faces, and have these 3 cards that look very similar too, and kind of put them on the layout and use them as journaling places so that I could talk about the photos but also just talk about what's going on here. And I wanted to do some kind of stamping, so I'm just going through different Felicity Jane stamps to see if I could find one that I had a really cute sentiment on it that I thought would work for this layout. And I found this one from, I don't remember which kit it's from, sorry, but it had these words, "Just Be You." And I thought that that worked perfect for the 2 of them because, like, again, my dad's being goofy. And I thought that "Just you, Be You" would be like a cute sentiment. So I stamped that on all 3 of the cards. And I felt like it needed just one little extra thing. So there was a little heart stamp. And I kind of stamped it so that it looked like the heart was coming off of the U. So it's "Just Be You" with a little heart. And you can see that it kind of creates like a repetition on the layout. And I like the way that is. And I wanted to I kind of had an idea of how I wanted to do the journaling. I thought what I could do is on one of the journaling cards, I could write some things about my mom. And then on one of them, I could write some things about my dad. And then on the other one, I could just journal about the two of them. Does that make sense? And so I knew on the one where I journaled about just the two of them wasn't going to have a lot of journaling because I had something in mind. So I wanted to use one of those flowers from the die cut sheet, I think. And so I stuck that on there, and that's going to be glued on. And then I wanted to add the date, and so I was trying to figure out where to add the date. So I decided to add it on a label, and I grabbed two of the labels from the sticker sheets, stapled them together, put the date on one of them, and then on the other one I put mom and dad. And I knew that there was a wood veneer ampersand, so I decided to put mom and then use the ampersand and then dad. And I really like the way that that works out. And then I just added a little piece of pink floral washi tape underneath it just to add a little extra layers. And I also grabbed some of this white on white washi tape too. The white one comes from Felicity Jane. The pink one came from a boutique in Toronto. And then I'm just going to stick that down and then put the ampersand on there too. And I really like the way that that works out. I think it looks super cute. I struggle to use ampersands sometimes and wood veneer. So when I can use the wood veneer or ampersands, I feel like so successful. So I kind of think that that's kind of what happened here. So I was like, yes, I used a wood veneer and I used an ampersand. I don't know. I know there's some people who love wood veneers. I just, for some reason, they just get stuck in a jar and I never use them. So I need to like be more purposeful. Okay. So then I added that floral piece, and now I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I love the way that that label looks on that middle photo, but I decided I wanted to do some kind of little cluster on the other two photos as well. And I liked how it looked like the two labels plus a little embellishment, so I decided to do two of these word strips from the sticker sheet stapled together and glued on. So in that bottom one I used like a strip of pink hearts and then one that says heart eyes, which is cute. And then the other one at the top, I'm going to grab another strip of hearts, black and white hearts, and then one that says all the smiles, and that's going to go there. And that's going to go at the top. And it's kind of using repetition. If you're not sure what to do on a layout, try repetition. Usually repetition is a great way to make your layouts work because it's pleasing to the eye. I have these buttons on my desk and I saw this like gray heart one and I thought, I'm going to use that. So I stuck it on there. I don't know. There's no purpose to it other than I saw it and I thought, ooh, that would look nice. And now I'm going to just add my last few embellishments, which are just some pearls from the dollar store, some rhinestones from the dollar store, and then I'm also going to grab a pink star, which came from Freckleton. I already put that on. And I love rhinestones and pearls. They're so pretty. And I love that they're super cheap and you can get them at the dollar store. I have to go to multiple dollar stores to find them though. And now I'm going to add my journaling, and I'm going to just tell you about the journaling. So on one of the cards I decided to write about my mom, and one of them my dad. So here's the one about my mom. It says, just be you. She works too much, she doesn't always get his jokes, and she stares at surprising things, ... but he loves her. And then on the one about him it says, he's always being silly, he makes too many jokes sometimes, and he never smiles straight for photos, ... but she loves him. And then on the middle card it just says, he loves her and she loves him. And I just thought that that was like a cute little sentiment for these two photos of them, where it's like, here's the things about each other that aren't great, but they still love each other. And I like this layout. I really like the way that it worked out. Anyways, that's kind of it for me today. I'm just going to finish my journaling and then I'm going to hold it up and share it with you guys so you guys can check it out. But while I am trying to figure out what to journal, I guess that's what's happening in this moment here, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting. It means so much to me. I really appreciate you guys. And I truly hope that you have a lovely day, and check back soon for another scrapbooking process video or project life process video, or I don't know, something fun, because I like to post 2 or 3 times a week, so you should see me soon. Love you guys. Bye.